Makeup is vain and superficial. You've probably heard that before. And that couldn't be further from the truth. When I think about it, I have literally changed my life through makeup. And it's not necessarily about like the product itself or how it looks, because it's how it made me show up, and it can happen for you too. This video, we're gonna talk about how makeup is a mood shifter and not necessarily just like a mask, which is such a common, it's a common thing I've heard for decades. Internet trolls that say, well, take her swimming first. Okay, everything's waterproof, now what? How energy attracts energy, and kind of how you can link this to getting what you want out of life and the manifestation layer that's kind of in it. If you want to hear more about how looking good can actually shift your reality, please keep on watching. I already have a base on, but we're gonna play up the eyes a little bit and then do a bold red lip, because it's been a minute since I wore a bold red lip. Because my makeup's been sitting, we're just gonna zhuzh it up a bit, reset the surface of the skin. So makeup is not about hiding yourself. It doesn't have to be that way. And like, let's say you have acne scarring that you're uncomfortable with. You have a larger face you wish was slimmer. Like, none of these things are bad things, and it's not bad that you want to change it or cover it. It's the link between you feeling confident and you feeling just okay. So it's not about hiding yourself. It's about activating the energy and that piece of you that gets you to show up your best. And if that means for you, it's always having a red lip on, it's always having a strong brow, it's about having fuller coverage to cover, you know, acne scarring, it's having a really insane contour to slim out your face. Like, let's move into 2025. Like, that's okay. That's okay. If there's negative self-talk that's paired with it though, that's an entirely different conversation, because there is no amount of great makeup, great products that can outweigh negative self-talk. So that's the number one thing, actually, now that I say it out loud. Your number one makeup accessory is being nice to yourself. There's enough people out there saying dumb shit, okay? So instead of sitting down and going like, ugh, look at this like disgusting blank, like I need to fix it, don't even have to say that. Like, it's literally that simple. You don't have to say it, just do the action. I'm gonna bronze up my skin just a little bit more. The simplest way to put it is, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you move through the world differently. You move through your day differently. I can think about it, my like a personal experience is, there's days where I have like stunning makeup on. I'm like, yeah, I did it. This looks good. This feels like me. It like the version of me in my head for that day, the style I was like, felt like going for, the vibe that I had was there. And so I'm making eye contact with people. My chin is up, my chest is out, my shoulders are back. I mean, business. There's so many other opportunities that can happen from projecting that way. And it's not about being cocky or overly confident or rude, but it's just everything is energy. Like, your energy will just be different. I like a little bit of extra contour. And it could start small as well, with like, you get some compliments throughout the day. If you're saying that you don't care about getting compliments throughout the day, you're lying. And that's okay. Everybody likes a good compliment. Who doesn't? You know what? Even take the weird cat calls on the street from annoying men and just think, you know what? Yeah. Even spinning, I could get very sidetracked in this conversation, but even spinning it that way and thinking like, yeah, I did that, I look like that, versus being like, ugh, these people are talking about me this way, or like, ugh, that just like disrupted my peace. That, even having that different reaction is going to change how you move throughout the day. I'm going to take out a little more color in my lip. Actually, this is a really great example. Let's do something different. Cherry lip pencil to start. I'm gonna give you a real example, and it happens with reds all the time. When I was at MAC, the amount of people that wanted to try a red, because like, you see red on red carpets, you see it in magazines, and it just looks so beautiful. And especially if you see someone on the street and they have like minimal outfit and it's just like this red lip, it's the accessory. It's a very like desired thing to want to pull off or achieve. And depending on your skin tone and depending on how you style it, there is a red lip for everybody. But the amount of people that tried on a red lip and loved it but would not get it is because they were worried about what other people were thinking about them. Which is crazy to me, but it does happen. But think about, if you walk down the street for 10 minutes, how many of them do you actually remember? Maybe 2. And are you gonna remember them in a week? Probably not. Or are you gonna remember them at the end of the day? Also probably not. So that person that sees you in your red lip for the first time doesn't know that it's your first time. You're assuming that because you're assuming that people are thinking about you, but they're really not. So someone would look so stunning. It was like the best red on them ever. Like it hit the mark and it was great. They're like, no, I can't do it because I can't walk out like that. Because they don't feel confident in something that is new to them. But the way that you gain confidence is by doing. Everybody started out at some point with some type of makeup look that maybe didn't make sense to them. As long as it's executed well, you have nothing to worry about. Where there is an issue is if you're like, I'm gonna rock this really great red lip, but you raw dogged it with no lip liner and it's crooked or it's uneven or it's like the wrong color. Different scenario, because now you're not really projecting what you wanted. So you do want it to be nice and crispy and sexy. And then you'll catch glimpses of yourself in the mirror and you'll get used to it. You'll start to feel like it'll start to feel normal to you. That's it, now you wear a red lip. Maybe it took a few days, maybe it took a week, but you're not faking confidence. The power of makeup is like accessing the version of you that would be this person that you saw on the street wearing it confidently. You don't know. That person could have been their first time, but you assumed that it wasn't, that they wear red all the time and that they have, you know, a certain persona, lifestyle, whatever it may be. So use that to your advantage. Cherry. Classic. Oh my god, no, let's make an even a more fun lipstick. This is Candy Yum Yum because long live heavy makeup, okay? One of the things that I do, there's two scenarios. When I want to be memorable or I'm nervous and I want something, it's almost like I'm just lying to myself, but I want to think that people aren't really paying attention to me and they're just looking at the lipstick, is I will wear a red lip. I auditioned, I don't think YouTube knows this, I auditioned for Big Brother Canada twice, like years ago, and I will always show up to anything that's like an audition or if I was like facilitating something with Mac with a bold lip on, not a nude, because the bold just sent out this different message and I want it to be remembered. So the first year that I auditioned, I wore a red lip to the open casting and then I got selected in like the semifinals or whatever, and you do these like on camera interviews and they're supposed to be 15 minutes long. They had me for 45 minutes. It was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. I had my red lip on. I didn't get cast. And then I tried again the next year. And I walked into the room. It was like a different place. I walked into the room and we got like sectioned off with other people. And then you had to go up and get like your photo taken. And you were in a lineup of people. And the producer came up to me and was like, I remember you because of the red lip. And she turned to the group and she said like, take notes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you make an impression. She's like, we're really glad to see you again. Even if you had a crap personality and you had a terrible audition, there is a statement aspect to these types of things. It is fiery, it's powerful, it's leadership. So I intended to show up saying like, I own this room. It's obviously gonna look different on me versus somebody who is like more clean girl. You get the point. This is fun. Let's do a little bit more cherry. For definition. The way you become, like I had said earlier, the way you become is by doing, right? And you can use makeup as like your I'm getting ready for the world kind of ritual. It doesn't have to be this like, I mean, it can be a frustrating thing if you don't have the right product, you don't have the right tool, you don't know what placement is, like you don't know all the things that help make it easy. But that part of your day, whether it's 5 minutes because you have kids and you're a busy mom, you have 15 minutes. Like it doesn't matter what the timing is. That little moment is you getting ready for yourself, to show up for yourself, to show up as the best version of you, to attract in the things that you want out there. So again, it's not necessarily about the makeup or just looking hot. It's a energetic thing. I love this. I think we can make it just like still a little bit more fun. A little. Delish. I love it. If you're treating makeup like it's a chore or it's something that you have to do or it's like the worst thing in the world or you just like don't have like an attachment to it in a way that can actually benefit you, regardless of what time you're watching it, but tomorrow when you go to do your makeup, I want you to reframe what you're thinking. What if your makeup and you putting on your makeup and showing up for yourself is actually the most powerful tool that you have in order to get what you want? Think about that. I'm gonna do mascara. I'm gonna use MAC Stack Elevated. And then I lost my half lash curler, so I'm just gonna use the full one. I've manifested different types of relationships, jobs, just growth overall linked through makeup. Aside from the fact that it's like it was like a hobby turned career, how I decide to use it affects how I show up to project a certain way. Maybe you've never heard this before, but they say like dress for the job that you want. So like if you're in a retail scenario and you're like, I'll use MAC for example, like you're just a makeup artist, but you want to be a key holder or a manager, like you dress the part of the person that's ahead of you because you're placing yourself in that energy of already having it. So you can do that the same way with makeup itself for wherever you're at. And like I said, it's not about faking it. It's about becoming it. And you're not going to adjust to something until you actually try it or do it. And even if it's uncomfortable the first couple times, it eventually won't. Think about anything you've overcome in life. Sucked the first time. Now you're like, yeah, chill. That's it. Like you're in control of everything, right? Like you decide what it is. Oh, I love this mascara. You decide how it's going to go. And again, the only places that it's going to get frustrating is if you don't have the right product, right tools, right techniques to execute that like perfect look. You can decide that, you know what, this like 10, 15 minutes I'm spending on myself, whether it gets interrupted or not, is still important to do. And like, no, it's not vain or conceited or weird to spend time on yourself. You want to talk about something right now? Because I can already hear people in the comments going like, okay, but my husband, first of all, if your husband's saying not spend time on yourself, that's a lie. That's a lie, dump them. Think about men in suits. Think about men in suits. And like, don't take this the wrong way. I love men. Like, I love them. As much as I like to drag them too. Think about a man in a suit, okay? Think about Kyle here, right? And Kyle in a suit. The power he just gave himself by putting this suit on, whether he's going to a corporate job or a wedding, okay? Whether he makes $15 an hour or he makes $500,000 a year, like there is a power that he would feel putting the suit on. And you want to know when he wouldn't feel powerful or where people on the outside would be like, as if the suit doesn't fit right. Maybe the bottom of the pants are too long. Maybe the shirt's a little bit too tight. It's a little like, you know, when it like separates? Sleeves too long. That would be horrible, right? It defeats the purpose of like the power that the suit would have given him. And same thing with makeup. You can use it to get what you want. You just want to make sure that it's executed as beautifully as possible, project correctly to bring the right things into you. If you're like, Miss Megan, like, I don't even know how to put foundation on. That's okay. Like I said, everybody has to start somewhere. You're not going to know. So this is the eyeglass. You're not going to know until you try. And there's going to be, you know, basics. It's not saying you have to be this like big makeup, beauty, obsessed 2,500, like you don't have to have a Miss Megan routine to, you know, win in life. There's gonna be a version of it for you. And that could be lip gloss, mascara, highlighter, just made for your skin, executed beautifully, gives you confidence. You feel pretty when you look in the mirror and then you step outside. I say this all the time. This is a very spring look. Let's put more blush on. I forgot what I was gonna say. I got so excited about my blush. But something I do want to make clear is the whole, like, there's two different sides to this as well. Look good, feel good. And using makeup to your advantage this way does not mean, yeah, I'm gonna buy 7 new lipsticks because I'm doing it for me. No. That's consumerism, capitalism. It's just about like, what's gonna make me feel the best today? Is it a bold lip? Is it a nude lip? Is it my signature lip liner? Like it's that type of mindset that you want. That's how you want to think about it a little bit more. This is so cute. Oh, don't. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. This is so important. Write this down. I do not speak poorly about myself. You will not catch me saying like bad words about myself. Like self-hatred, self-sabotaging words. I will not do it. It attracts in the wrong energy. It's not true. It sets the wrong tone. It's like, it's just bad overall. So if there's 2 things that you can do for me today or tomorrow morning is just commit any amount of time to being excited to do your makeup and just don't say anything bad about yourself. It's not about faking it, even if it feels unnatural to you in that moment. It is, your brain is a muscle. Is it a muscle? Your brain works like a muscle and you have to do the actions to become it. This is like where my heart of makeup is. So if you're finally like, oh my God, I just want I want to feel like that. I want to sit down. I want to love myself. I want to love my product. And I want to show up for myself differently, therefore show up different in the world and attract new things in. That is what I teach over on the Makeup Revival. So yes, I teach them how to do a bold red lip, how to layer their makeup. Like I teach technique and makeup looks and stuff like that. But on a deeper level, what I'm really teaching is how to use makeup to build your confidence to change your life. So if you want to finally look at makeup differently and not hate it and not be overwhelmed by TikTok shop, viral makeup product all the time, you can join us monthly over on the Makeup Revival. The link will be in the description. And I'd love to see you there. This is very cute. Into it. And this gloss in particular, like, doesn't feel, there's no weight to it. Like, it doesn't feel sticky at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If anything helped you in this video, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Let me know if you like this style of video and you want to hear more about the power of makeup. Don't be late for school, and I'll see you next time. Bye.